Hello, team. It's Mark Gergerich and Jeff Richard, my buddy Jeff from the Air National Guard. And we're going to talk for a couple minutes about how Microsoft CRM is developing and that the training is developing and growing. And we're going to give you a quick report on where we are in our training and also some developments that are coming up very soon from Microsoft and from possibly their partners in the next couple weeks. So what I want to show you real quick is if you log into Microsoft.com, docs.microsoft.com, you're going to see, and you click on Dynamics 365. In fact, I will show you that real quick. If you see, there's all these panels at docs.microsoft.com, and this is the learning area for Microsoft, the high-level learning area. And like if you were working with Office 365, there you go. And Dynamics 365. And then if you were to click on the training classes, you'd get the training offerings, the different venues for training offerings. We've already looked at Microsoft Virtual Academy. And something that we're exploring next is Customer Source, which all Microsoft partners have access to. And I'm not going to go down this path because since I'm not I don't yet have access to this, it would take a little while. But you can click on this and you can see a short video about the customer source. What I want to focus on actually is the learning paths. If you'll remember, when we started this, we had about 6 learning paths, and then we jumped up to 11, and now we have 15 learning paths. And there's the new ones are right up here in the front. There's 3 of the new ones here. And I want to flip it over to Jeff real quick because Jeff has got a report on about 6 of the learning paths that he's run down. And I'd like you to hear a little bit from him about what he's found. So without further ado, Jeff, I'm going to make you presenter and have you take a run at this. There you go. Make sure you're sharing your screen. And go right ahead.
Hi, everyone. It's Jeffrey Richard. I'm glad to be a part of this, and hopefully I'll provide some information today that can help you a little bit. As Mark just said, we are now up to 15 learning paths, and I've completed, as I'm scrolling down the screen, I've completed 6 of those, and I'm working on a couple of the other ones, of course. What I can tell you is these things are all very informative. There is one, the learn the business value of Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform. I would do that one towards the end. It's not a lot of detail. This one is primarily designed to interest people in Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform and giving you a basic overview of all the function areas within Dynamics 365. These other modules have been very useful. I'm just going to show you one bit of one of them. For the most part, the material in them is detailed enough, but throughout these modules, you will come across exercises, and the exercises are the areas where you really could use a sandbox to be able to go up and actually do the things that they're going to say. I'm going to show you here in managing cases in Dynamics 365. You know, I'm scrolling down, and we'll look. They give you a scenario, and they give you an idea about what you're supposed to do. But to be able to do this, this is where you need you need access to the sandbox. Now, in almost every case, before this particular module, there is a module or a module led by usually a guy named Derek Borman, and in those there's a video that goes through almost everything that you would do in these exercises. So this is really more of a read, show, repeat type training. So you're getting two pieces of it, and we are still working towards getting access to the sandbox. So that's something that that Mark and the rest of the team are working rather diligently on. We had someone on from Microsoft last week on the call, Mr. Tom Dawkins, and he talked to us a little bit about the beta exams for Dynamics 365 that they have in the works right now. So what that really means is this is a growth area for Microsoft. So this is something that they are very interested in putting the time and effort in, as a lot of the other certifications are going to be expiring, but the MSSA program is still going to be active, and these will fall underneath that. Mr. Dawkins has 4 people on his team at Microsoft that are dialoguing with Microsoft partners, and that's where Mark and John and the people on this team come in, that they can then reach out to those partners and try to get those tie-ins that will make this something that is beneficial to those of you out there that are listening to this. So I'd like you to keep the faith and keep working through these modules. Positive things to come. Thank you.
So if this is the first time you're listening to us on this call, I think a really good one as an overview would probably be that Power Platform. Learn the business value of Microsoft Dynamics and the Power Platform as an overview, since the Microsoft Virtual Academy overview is probably expiring very soon. So that would be a really good place to start if you've not looked at any of these modules at all. Otherwise, like Jeff said, if you already have an idea of Microsoft 365, you already had the overview, then that wouldn't be as high a value. So you can put that toward the end of your training. So we still encourage you to take a look at the modules and to stay tuned, because we're reaching out to partners in the next couple weeks, and we're going to get access to Sandbox, customer source, trial licenses. And we're going to set up agreements with them that if you complete a certain amount of modules and have a certain amount of experience points, if you'll notice on Jeff's screen, the little XP in the upper right corner of each module gives the experience points that you get when you complete the module. Those experience points can be really helpful in helping the Microsoft partner decide how in depth you've gone in the training. So I think I would encourage you to make sure every time you take the training, to sign in and make sure you accumulate your experience points. So I want to thank you for listening today. Jeff, is there any other item that you'd like to call to anyone's attention toward the end here?
No, well, I will show you one thing, and if we can get it to pop up right quick.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. The interface, guys, is a little bit slower. Go ahead, Jeff. There you go.
So as you can see, they almost make this like a video game to encourage you to keep going through. You can see you reach various levels. You get badges for completing pieces, and you get a trophy every time you complete one of the actual learning paths. So
marvelous.
As you see those down towards the bottom. But so you can come to this screen and get an overview of all the work that you've accomplished. So we don't know if this screenshot in the end will be something that is a decision point for those folks when they're looking to see who they want to bring on their team. But I just wanted to show you this is an area that captures everything that you've been doing.
My guess is this will be a really cool page, like a report card, and that the partners will come here to very quickly decide whether a candidate has actually completed courses or whether they've just kind of taken it on an audit view. So I would encourage you guys to really click and point and get through these things, watch the videos, and at least be aware of the courses and get the experience points. And so that when we get access to the sandbox, you're going to be able to basically show your true colors, and that you've been diligently working away at this. And you're faster to get a great job in Microsoft Customer Relationship Management Dynamics 365. I want to thank you for tuning in today. That's all for this week. Stay tuned for next week's call on Friday, 9 o'clock Pacific, 12 o'clock Eastern. Have a great day.
Bye all.